In this video, I'm going to show you how to create amber blue anaglyph. This is also known as Colorcode 3D, ochre blue, or yellow blue. The advantage of this type of anaglyph over red and cyan or red and blue is that you can achieve full color 3D. So here we are in Premiere CS4. I've got my left and right clips synced up. I'm going to turn the right channel on and go File, Export Media. I'm exporting this in a preset that I created called YouTube HD 1080p NTSC 1920 by 1080. If there's an error message telling you it can't do this resolution, you need to change your level to 4.0 or higher. Frame rate 2997, progressive field order, square pixels, our bitrate is 15 or higher. Click here and I'll just call this right 3D. Say save. And export this to Adobe Media Encoder. Then I'm going to go back in my timeline here, deselect the right channel so the left channel only is showing, and do the same thing. Export media, 1080, 1080p essentially. Then I'm going to name this left 3D because that's the left channel. Say OK. Once these are loaded into Media Encoder, I'll say Start. Okay, so it finished. Here's my output, left 3D and right 3D. They're in two separate MP4s. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up After Effects. I'm using After Effects CS4. Okay, here we are. It's opened up. I'm going to go ahead and close the Start window. Find my left and right files, highlight them, and drag them in. Should show up in projects. These are your effect controls. These are where your clips are. So there's a couple ways to create a composition. One, I can go down to this None tab, highlight both my clips and drag them in, and it'll create a composition with the correct resolution and time. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. That's very easy. Another way you can do it is to right click in your project tab and say New Composition. This will let you name it whatever you want. I could call it 3D Sam 3D Test. You can change the resolution, you can play with frame rate and duration, how long you want it to last. But it's really easy just to drag them in if you're starting fresh, and it'll create everything just the way it should be. So notice I've got my left channel on top and my right channel on bottom. I'm gonna turn off my left channel, so I'm just looking at the right channel. Now I'll right click and go to Effect, Color Correction, Color Balance. You can also do this in Hue and Saturation, but for some reason I always just use the Color Balance Saturation. So up here in your Effect Controls tab, I'm just going to take Saturation, click and drag it all the way down to -100. So our right clip is now completely desaturated. Then I'm going to turn on the left channel again so we see that. I'll right click the left video and go to Effects, Channel, Set Channels. Now in our effects controls for left channel, you can see Set Blue to Source 3. And I want Source 3 to be the right video. And now you see that's it, ochre blue. Next, I'm going to go Composition, Add to Render Queue. I'll click on Output Module. We don't want video for Windows. We probably want MPEG-2 Blu-ray or H.264 Blu-ray. I prefer MPEG-2 Blu-ray. Select that, let it think about it. Then click Format Options. Let's take a look. NTSC, the best quality, 1080. It looks like it's going to make me choose upper or lower frame. I always choose upper. Good bitrate, say OK. I'll say OK. When we're ready to start, we'll say Render. So this is going to export a video without sound. So what I would do is take the file this exports, import it back into Premiere, and then sync it up with the original audio or a voiceover or anything like that that we're using. And that's it. One thing I should note back here in this composition, maybe I have to stop it. Okay, I'm going to stop that for a second and go back. In this composition, if our parallax is off, if these two images aren't lining up correctly. If I was going to try to correct that, and I move this one, it moves, once it's set in the channels, it moves both left and right video together because they're playing in sync. So if there was an issue with parallax, you can review my video correcting parallax for 3D, but you're going to have to fix this in Premiere. You're going to have to fix this parallax issue before you get to the After Effects step. And that's it. Thanks for watching.